my final One Piece live action review. Let's get to it. So first, I'm gonna get into some things I didn't like. There were some characters they had to leave off. Django, you know what I'm saying? I love the 1, 2, Django. All my anime fans, y'all know what it is. The Lucky Roo scene, I wish they would've kept it the same. Maybe it was like a, PG-13, rated R type thing. But I would love Lucky Roo to put the gun to his head and shoot him instead of shooting from far away. And, there's some things that they changed up. Obviously, Don Krieg lost to Mihawk. There was a few things that they did change. So there wasn't too much I disliked about it, but there were a few scenes that I was like, man, I really, wish that they could keep in, especially the Django situation. The Meow Baron siblings now instead of Meow Baron brothers. That was interesting. I didn't have a problem with it, but it was definitely something that I didn't expect. And overall, there wasn't much I disliked. Now, to get into what I didn't like. They followed the source material. Listen, guys, anybody doing an adaptation of anything, follow the source material. Follow the source material. I mean, there's certain scenes on One Piece live action, and obviously that's why it's doing really well. They did shot for shot the Zoro Mihawk scene. If you watch the anime, you watch the live action, they did it very well. They did it very well. I was very impressed. Me personally, as a Zoro fan, that really made me happy because that's one of my favorite Zoro scenes. They did it almost shot for shot perfectly. There's that one. Obviously, another one of my favorite scenes in One Piece, and one of the things that made me fall in love with One Piece was the Nami, asking for help. Again, there's pictures, shot for shot, perfect. The only difference is I think Sanji's looking the other way. Other than that, shot for shot, perfect. And even the things that they didn't do exactly like the anime, I still like because it kind of gave you still the same feeling, the essence of One Piece. Like Usopp. Usopp was just naturally lying throughout the whole show, just random lies. I loved that. I thought it was very creative. I thought it was very smart to not just use the lies he says in the show, but just have him naturally lie. Be a pathological liar. I love that. Sanji, dedication that he put in to learn kickboxing, to being the chef for the staff, all that stuff. They did it really, really well. And obviously, I think her name is Emily Rue, Nami. She, actual anime fan, and played her role perfectly. So for me, there was a lot of things I liked in this live action. Thoroughly impressed that they was able to do it because One Piece to me was a hard adaptation. There's a lot of shows that I think would have been easier. Rurouni Kenshin, Cowboy Bebop, you've seen them mess that up. Even Naruto. I mean, I expected one of them to be done way before One Piece because obviously One Piece with the size characters and so many different characters and doing whole ships and boats. I was like, people aren't gonna do all that, but they did it. So what's my final verdict on the show? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I gotta give it a 9.5. I wanna go 10. They probably could have done just small things, you know what I'm saying? If that Lucky Root thing would have been done the way I wanted it to be done, I would have given it a 10. But I'm still thoroughly impressed. I ain't gonna lie, just on live actions, it's a 12. You know what I'm saying? It's a 20 because most live actions suck, just are god-awful. I didn't even want to watch this live action because live action I've seen before. They were all horrible, but this was so good comparatively to most live actions. I'm gonna admit I'm gonna give it a 20. I'm gonna give it a 20 because it's so hard to adapt animation to real life. It really is. They can do so many quirky things in animation that you can't do in real life. And sometimes it's best not to do things scene for scene. It's hard to figure out which ones you should and which ones you shouldn't. But I think they did a really good job with the important scenes. They left it exactly how it was. But the other stuff, ancillary stuff, they changed it a little bit, but it still worked. So for me, as far as the live action goes, it gets a 20. If I had to rate it, just as a show in general, I'll give it a 9.5, man. I was thoroughly impressed. And I'm a One Piece fan, you know what I'm saying? I love me some One Piece. And to impress me is very good. And Oda says the script for season 2 is already ready. Man, I can't wait for the second. All right, guys, let me know what you think about the One Piece live action full show, comment section. And if you like this type of video, definitely click the video that just popped up.